As I was learning the startup landscape, I started to see the same picture. I was like, I know this story. This is the story of development. This is the story of philanthropy. These systems are in place for a reason, and those systems are big, and they probably won't fall for a little while. But all I could focus on was building something on the other side that truly brought in the collective. Because something that I truly believe is that, yes, the loudest who do the worst things are the ones that get all the attention. But, especially with the World Cup and everything that's been going on, the collective is giving me hope. I think a lot of people are waking up to see that this world wasn't built for them. And guess what? There are so many more of us that this world wasn't built for. And we have just been compliant to the system because this is what it is. And everyone has just resigned ourselves to this is just the way it is. And just like I had to learn and be frustrated with a development system and then create a business that actually addresses everything that I saw was broken in development, I'm having to do this in the startup landscape too. And I truly believe that there are so many of you who will understand what I'm building and would get behind it. And if I can show these investors who invest in impact, if I could show them that there is a customer base and that people will buy it, that is how the funding will come. And now I need your help in proving that. You got to see what I built. So, pieces that you can order like this, let me grab it. These amazing, beautiful things that you would buy in your daily life. And as you're carrying them around, knowing that you're carrying a story, where we work with local filmmakers to tell documentary style stories about the people behind who makes these beautiful, stunning, luxurious things. And you get to follow its journey. So there is so much waste in this world, so much overproduction, and I decided I am not going to hold any inventory. Everything's made to order. This is made to order at scale. And how do I scale? Is by partnering with artisans across the continent so that the skill can remain with the artisan. So all these bags I ordered, they were being made with what is commercially available and affordable for these artisans. Their craft is amazing, but what they are able to afford as far as materials are usually imported and cheap and not made with the best of what is available locally, because those who have had tanneries or cotton fields that have been passed down through generations, the local makers are outpriced and they're being used in some super bougie expensive brand, yet it's not available to the local makers. So the way it works for us is we charge you up front. Just like you were getting a Domino's pizza made, you pay for your pizza and then you get little updates. Just like in Domino's, or Mike is putting the toppings on your pizza. It's going in the oven. You get to see the materials were sourced from this place because they have been producing fabric for decades, and it's been things that have been passed down. The leather was made because there is no waste, and it is the most beautiful material you've seen. And we will bring this to the artisan and we will pay them exactly what they asked for, plus an appreciation tip that is more than they would typically see. And on top of that, 20% goes to a local organization, entrepreneur, whatever it is that artisan chooses, 20% goes to them. We are just a customer of this artisan. They have their own business. They are not employed by us. If people discover them through Align with Africa, that is fantastic, and you can go shop directly from them. But they know the pieces made for Align for you, that not only are they getting paid beyond a prosperity wage, a lot of money is going to go towards something that will create true impact in their local communities. And that also elevates their craft, their profession. I've heard too many times that people don't take it seriously as an economically viable job, is to create things with your hands. And that cannot be the status quo, because guess what's going to happen? We are going to lose these traditional ways of making things. The grandmas, the aunties will have no one to pass down this knowledge because their young people are told the only thing you can do are white collar jobs. And maybe you'll get a job. Or maybe you'll just be complete brain drain and you'll be sent to another country to be a doctor for another country, and all you get will be remittances, and you can't make the impact that you really want to see. So if people know that what you supported, like this, can say 20% went to a women's co-op to get beehives so that they can start their honey business, you can actually follow their story. This purchase supported that. Or it can be for new blackboards in a school. The thing is, so many things say what they support, but no one really shows it. And this is trust and accountability on both sides. Because videos are being taken of these organizations that are being supported through this purchase, there's accountability on their end to say, look, we built the thing and we spent the money on the thing we said we were going to do. And how are these videos going to be taken of this product passport? They are going to be taken by local content creators from these areas who are young people who are so talented and know the influencer landscape, the social media landscape. They make incredible videos and they will be paid to do this. This is supporting the local creator economy, not just the local filmmakers that we will collaborate with to tell the docu-style stories, but having these content creators build the digital passport. So as you're awaiting your item, you can actually be connected real time. And so once that item lands on your doorstep, it's already created the impact that we promised because you can see it. And as you walk around and people ask, oh my God, what is that? You don't just say, oh, it's from Africa. You have them scan. You have them co-create a piece with an artisan, something that they would buy. So now the development isn't being reliant on donors. The development is being reliant on them creating a product that we want to buy, that the world wants to buy. And it's not just the rich Westerners. I specifically wanted to start in Nairobi for people to buy and get the same things that I am going to ship around the world. Is the price going to be different? Heck yeah, it is, because it's going to cost way more money to send it here in California than it is to ship in Nairobi locally. Yet, people on the continent, for them to know and feel that they have also contributed to the development of their own communities through a purchase, that is amazing, because guess what? They need to be at the table of their own development. They really do. It's crazy that I even have to say that. As everything feels so heavy and dark, the things that unite us are stories, entertainment, fashion, sport. We see how it's brought the world together, and the World Cup ends soon. And how can we maintain and ensure that we are staying connected to each other across the globe? So as we work with these African artisans and we build the systems, as we work with more artisans, how this supports and benefits them. Think about how this would work if we work with artisans from other continents, from South America, from here in America, where there are people making things with their hands that they know 20% can give back to something local. This will put development in our hands. We could all be a part of it. And we can ensure and show, yes, all those other systems are still going to be happening. They're still going to be spending millions of dollars on wells that are going to be broken in 6 months and then there is no water going to those communities. That's still going to happen. But what can we build on the other end that shows, hey, I'm here for you. I want to show up for you and this is how I'm going to do it. So we can build alongside. And even those who are jaded within those systems, they know they can buy a dress that they're going to wear at the next conference. They could wear a bag once they're on their private jet somewhere, and kind of a silent, not protest. It's not a protest. It's leaning into consumerism, yet it's helping development in ways that they wish they could do in the capacity that they're in, yet they can't because the systems are what the systems are. And the team is ready. Here's the real honest truth is I can't have the two people I know who can unleash their superpowers on this world without the money to pay them to do it. And that needs to happen very soon so that this can become a reality, that we can build this community around supporting small business and supporting local development across the world, starting in Africa, because the world has done them an injustice over the centuries, and this is why we're aligning with Africa first. And once we learn our systems, we can then work with artisans across the world to bring more stories. Because guess what? These stories, they unite us. They see the humanity when you know that this was made by a mother who lost her husband and had to put her 3 girls through school. Those are the stories that connect us, that make us seem not so different from each other. And another part that I love about this is the community that's going to be built around it. You could post photos and videos of you wearing your things around the world, and others who chose the same style, yet obviously co-created, so it's definitely you. You can let the artisan know, because they'll be part of the social part of this, is seeing their work out in the world and how they're impacting the world, because so much is always one way. We just get to see the happy Africans, yay. No, I also want them to feel pride in their work so they could see their work in all the different places in this world, and how much it means to them that you feel good carrying these stories and spreading awareness and getting other people to purchase the same. That would be amazing. And really, I did this realizing that there is so much more needed as far as transparency and accountability goes in commerce. There are wonderful, ethical businesses that would let us into their production in a heartbeat because they are proud that they take care of the people and take care of the planet in the things that they produce in this world. So imagine these QR codes when you're at a grocery store and you can scan it and see a story told by a local filmmaker about why this small business was created, why they started making this granola or this soap. And then you can see your batch being made, where they source, working with a local farmer, to then the milling of it, to then, it being on your shelf. What if we had the choice to support companies that chose to be transparent, that chose to be accountable? We can start making choices in our own of what we will choose to support. So that technology is called Trace Every Thread. And it's starting within Align with Africa, being built within Align with Africa, because if we could build this tech in the most under-resources part of the world, we can have this tech be anywhere. And think about, yes, manufacturing is done in Indonesia, but will they let us into the factories and see that their workers are being taken care of? And guess what? We get to support the local economy who lives around these factories, who are the ones taking the videos. So guess what, creator community, this is an invitation for you as well. You could still do your Get Ready With Me videos, but every once in a while, why not make some actual money helping tell the story, to trace the thread of how things are being made, so that we as consumers can be the ones who choose what businesses win. And this is not to destroy anything. If these big businesses who have huge marketing budgets yet spend very little on the care of the people on the planet who make it, if they start to see that consumers are leaning in a way that, hey, maybe they just do one line of what they're making that is transparent and see how well that does, slowly things will have to change. They'll have to change and make things better for the planet and the people who make it, because that's what us as consumers, and there are so many more of us, we are making these choices, and we can make these choices. So I'm going to make a website, because I guess what I could do that myself is commit. I don't actually want your money until I know the systems are in place. Pre-orders would be fantastic, but I totally understand that why would you pre-order something that you don't even know if it's going to come in existence? I want these to come into existence when I have the team ready to bring it to you in ways that I have envisioned. And the way to do that is how you commit. And I wanted this to be available. At first, this was going to be just for luxury, someone who would pay, $2,000 for a dress, $1,000 for a bag, which that's a drop in the bucket for a lot of the philanthropists I was around and business people I was around who are spending, $12,000 on a Fendi bag, which somebody asked me if this was a new Fendi. But how can we also make this accessible? The thing is, I still want it to be made to order. So different things like this. I won't make the order with the artisan until I can commit to 10 people at $100 buying like a smaller handbag, or 20 people at $50 who would buy this like really cool AirPad thing made by Maasai women. If I can show investors where in the world these customers will come and who is going to support this new way of business. It's the old way of things being made. 'Cause guess what? Back in the day, you would pay your milkman or your seamstress, and then they would make what you had, and it would be slow, but it would come to you and you would know who they were. It will be the slow way of making things, the way business started before industrialization and colonization, all of that happened, is like we brought the best of what represented us to the world. And through commerce, we got to know each other through the things we produced. So let's get to know each other through the things we produce and the way we enjoy things. So go to the website, say what you'd commit to. All you have to do is say where you're at. And once we get the funding, and if you are that person who can fund this and who really want to fund what needs to be built so that there can be transparency, accountability, and humans seeing each other as humans. Thank you.